What's up, nerds? So the video I'm posting quite literally, I think, a day or maybe like right before this, um, is filmed maybe 5 minutes apart. And you want to know why? I dislike the feeling of being alone, especially after my dog scared me. So, hi, I'm Ray. Welcome to me rambling for a few minutes. Because if I'm gonna get murdered, I want it to be recorded so the police catch the bitch. And at least make him pay a little. I mean, if it's a guy, at least put him in jail. If it's a girl, let her go. You know? She just had a lot on her mind. Okay? She wasn't thinking clearly, maybe had her period, and thought, if I'm gonna spill blood, I'm gonna spill someone else's, and it's probably my neighbor. You know? Because if she had her period, she's not going very far, you know? Anyways, we're gonna stop talking about murder because I don't want to get demonetized. If that even happens, if you have because I have 3 subscribers right now. Anyways, so things I covered in the previous video. Started a bracelet. Hate the pattern because it's basic and simple. And thing I didn't cover about the bracelet, I tried to make up a pattern because I'm like, someone had to make up these patterns. They had to think that would work. So I just was like, you know what? I'm going to tie random knots. Just random mini knots. That did not work. It looked like a mess. So I stopped that and made a chevron pattern. Not a chevron. Diagonal? Whatever the fuck. Anyways, also, I have the Figurative 8 perfume. Don't know if I said that. Think I did. Didn't. Oh my god, why do I keep burping? I haven't even drinking my Monster for 20 minutes. I don't know if that worked. I don't even know why I tried it. Anyways, it didn't smell like chocolate, like I really wanted it to. It still smells good though. And I got the Sterling Yellow merch. So, I talked in that video about my love for Ranch and my love for Tangled and a few other videos, and my pure hatred for non-human romance movies. So, that's that previous video covered if you don't want to watch it. But I go into a whole tangent about how shitty those are. So if you want to just watch me go on that tangent, or just want some background noise, or make someone think that you're not alone, put that on. Because, fun. Ooh, that has that cool white noise thing. That's cool. I like hearing myself. That's cool. Alright. So, what to talk about? I haven't watched Tubbo in over a week because I usually watch his alt VODs. Not his alt VODs. I watch his alt, streams because I have just gotten off the phone with my friend because I call her every day after work. And he's still streaming. But recently, he's been streaming on his main through that time and then ending right before I get off that call. Or by the time I'm there, I pop in and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. What the fuck is going on? So I've just stopped and I've made this entire weekend Tubbo weekend, except for today, which I spent the entire day on the phone with my friend, watching movies. God. You know that level of tired where you're not tired, but your eyes tingle? That's where I'm at. They don't hurt. They're not heavy. but it's just like they don't itch either, but they like tingle to the point where it's like, that's weird. I don't know. It's not even late. I don't know what the fuck's going on with my face. My whole body is hurt recently, and it's just like, you know what? On top of being sick and all this shit going on, you know what? Fine. I'm so happy that this Monday is a weekend. I fucking hate Labor Day usually because it's a stupid holiday. Nobody knows what it means. I think it's to honor the people who have done physical labor. I think that's what it's about, but I'm not sure. Don't know what the weekend about that day's about. There's whole country songs written about it. Don't know what it's about. Usually when I was in school, even though it was a day off school, I hated it because I was like, I don't understand this holiday. I love the fact that it's a weekday off, but I just sit at home and do homework. So I don't know what the fuck you're doing thinking, let's give them some time off. It's a singular day. I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. So I just hate it because there's just extra time to sit at home with my thoughts and my mother and my brother, who I both at the time hated. I don't hate my mother now. My brother is on thin ice of being hated. He just does weird shit constantly. And he's also just now becoming a teenager. So it's just like, I don't know if you're angry because you're a teenager or if you're angry because you're human. I don't know. And I was like telling my mom, at least I'll have one normal teenager, because I thought I was just like such a chill kid that, watched Minecraft in their room and, instead of being angry all the time, was just sad and, didn't really fucking understand the world. But in reality, apparently, according to my mom, I did the same thing. And I was like, oh, damn, I'm sorry. Anyways. Apparently my mom had 2 normal children, but one was just trans. So they just were too caught up in their own head to realize that they were being normal. That sounds so weird. Anyways, I'm saying anyways a lot. My mom watched my video, I think last week, and she pointed out that I said the word shit a lot. And while recording, I don't know if I cuss more or less. And she was like, so I told her that I made a YouTube channel. I told her the handle and everything like that because I'm trying to get as many people to watch and shit like that. Because, who wouldn't? And it come down after a little bit, and she's like, so your favorite word obviously is shit. And obviously now, Mom, I'm saying it a lot because I'm talking about the situation. And I'm like, what do you mean? That what? And she's like, well, you just say it like every sentence. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. I'm gonna go sort my meds now. Have fun watching your Grey's Anatomy medical documentary. I'm gonna sit over here and be really confused about the Tebo stream because I joined too late, apparently, because apparently now that he's in the QSMP, you have to have context to shit. You used to be able to join at any random time and pick up the pieces of what you missed. He's changed. I'm joking. I'm so far joking that, like, it's such a joke. Him being in the QSMP is amazing, and I love that. It just means I had to catch up on so much shit this weekend. I have to pack and do so much shit for Costa Rica. I have to be in a WhatsApp. That's so gross. I told my mom this. I told my mom was like, what's wrong with WhatsApp? Why are you so against it? I'm like, I just can't explain it, but it's like a millennial app. Like, I can't, like, I'm usually against, like, assigning things to, like, generations. But that right there, if you're using WhatsApp over Snapchat, over anything else, Like, I rather use Facebook Messenger than WhatsApp. And I can't explain why. That's a lie. I haven't touched Facebook in so long that I do not know what the context of my Facebook is. So that's a lie. I do not want anyone on my Facebook. I think that was my first social media app. I don't consider Facebook a social media app. I mean, it is for old people, but like WhatsApp and Facebook are the millennial, boomer, old people apps. That there. So, yeah. Speaking of generation gaps, every day I go to work, and when I first started working with the people I work with, I knew they were older than me, but I didn't realize, like, I didn't fully, like, grasp that being older meant, I didn't, like, see it in real life, that being older meant you didn't have, like, knowledge of, like, things, like, popular things. I'm not making obscure references to, like, Tommy Anna videos, or I'm not even making references to the Sturdy Yellow Triplets. Like, I'm making very popular references to very popular memes. I made a reference to the road work ahead thing, I think this week, being like, because in our parking lot, they have a road work ahead sign because we're getting construction done. I said, road work ahead, sure hope it does. And they're like, why are you saying it like that? I'm like, oh my god, every day y'all remind me that y'all are so fucking old. And these people are like 20, they're like 24. Like, let's be honest, they're not that old. Like, soon I'm going to be their age. Not that soon. Like, not that soon. But these people have kids. They have their own house. And if they don't have kids, they take care of their family's kids. Like, and by take care, I mean they pick them up from their family's house and take them to their house. And they have, like, 5-year boyfriends. And I found out that my work crush not only is, like, 24, but also has a 5-year boyfriend 2 weeks ago. And I don't know how I haven't told anybody this. And the way I just, like, buffered for a bit, it just made me feel like, so you're trans, you have a 5-year boyfriend, and you live on your own. That's what I'm going to look like in the future? Lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Good to know. I will be thriving and great, and I'll be happy. Whoa, it sounds different if I move. That's cool. Okay, but, like, the difference in maturity and, like, knowledge of, like, social media stuff between 24 and 18 is insane. Because I made a reference to... What the fuck did I make a reference to? I don't remember what it was. I think I was talking about, like, Charlie D'Amelio and how much her haircut has changed over the years because she popped up on my For You page recently. Speaking of, the iPad keeps popping up on my For You page, and it's scary. Like, Bryce Hall, you're chill. You've gotten funnier. But everyone else, your content is the same. Avani, stop posting about your depression. It's not relatable. You're famous. When you're famous... I don't know why I'm saying this, but when you're famous, you're not allowed to... When you're her level of famous. Like, the Sturdy Yellow Triplets talking about, what I'm saying... Like, if you're constant... She started off making funny little clown videos. That's how she got famous. The triplets got famous from making, like, relatable videos. Like, talking as brothers. Their content is very different. They can talk about depression. Avani cannot. She's just a funny little clown in my head. Stop talking about depression. You're not a real person. You're AI. Fucking stop it. Like, they're trying, like, the Hype House, now that they've like all separated and gotten like less famous, for lack of a better term, like they gotten less famous, but they've gotten more brand deals, which is a funny thing that happens. Like you get less famous, but you're like recognizable, you get more brand deals. And I don't understand that. It happened to Tebow too. He got a ton of brand deals after the Dream SMP ended and so many people stopped watching him. And he got brand deals for his alt account, which does not make sense. But you know what? We roll with it. He got that bag. Did it record through my low power mode notification? That's weird as shit. Anyways, if that popped up on your screen, if that low power mode thing popped up on your screen, plug your phone on. Plug your phone on? Plug your phone in. Oh, ever since I think 2020, I saw this cool thing on TikTok, or whatever I fucking got TikTok. I'll have to check that at some point, because I posted a video the second I got it. I saw a little video of like how you can make a sound when you plug your phone in. So my phone, because I don't know how to turn it off now. I've tried to turn it off, but it just won't. Every time I plug it in, it just goes power up. And I thought I was gonna like the little Mario thing, power up. I can't make the fucking noise. Anyways, but I can't turn it off now. I made it like so like years ago, and now I can't turn it off. So I feel so, every time I plug my phone in public, I feel so embarrassed, because it's like, let's say I have my headphones in, it'll like blast that shit. It's just like, oh, damn. Now you all know that at some point I was a huge fucking nerd, or that the person before me had it, or that, I don't know. I just hope you aren't paying attention to me. Anyways, the Hype House is weird. The only person that's gotten funny is Bryce Hall. And speaking of, I didn't really follow the Hype House when they were famous. Like, obviously I saw their videos because they were famous. Like, beyond Selena Gomez famous at the time. Which does not make sense logically. But I saw them more than any other person on the app. Until I, like, very much curated my phone to be like, this is what I want. Stop showing me them, bitch. And then, like, all of a sudden, Bryce Hall pops up on my For You page and makes a really funny joke. And I'm like, I'm gonna scroll through your page a bit. I'm just gonna. You may have gotten funny. Hold the fucking phone. Like, he stitches old shit from his past and is like, that shit was so fucking cringy. Like, I hated making that. And I'm like, okay. The only thing that I really loved that was like 2020 Hype House core. How's that? I don't know. Was that yeah, anyways, I love the Still Softish music. I love Still Softish, and I don't listen to Nessa's music. I don't listen to Jaden's music. I think that's his name. But the only person in the Hype House that I paid attention to was Bryce, because he was always in drama, always getting canceled. I don't know how to explain it to you, but he was always getting canceled for something. At least that's how I remembered. I paid attention to Dixie because I really, really in my mind had that she was gay, and I think she is gay. I think she's come out, but I'm not sure. Has she come out? She's gay in my mind. She just gives off gay. So does Vonnie, but I think it's just the clown thing in my head. And I also, obviously I had TikTok. I had it for like a week, and then I was like, this is too much. Just stop. I don't need to know when they post. I don't need to know. Shut the fuck up. I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Never mind. But the only person found the train of thought. The only person that I really paid attention to in the Hype House, aka the Sway Boys, was Kyocera, which, by the way, for some reason, fell off the fucking face of the earth. Like, he posts every month or so. And no one that was in the Hype House or the Sway Boys act like they can contact him or knew who he was. I'm on a roll here, so this is going to be really fucking long. So just deal with it, because I just feel like talking. This might turn into a podcast episode, because I don't feel like being alone, and my family's not going to be home till like midnight. So enjoy the podcast, I guess, with no plot points whatsoever, because I did it on a whim. I did not plan to make this video. I just don't feel like not being recorded while being murdered, you know? What else to talk about? This is a cool angle. It sounds different than this. Like, this sounds like really bossy, but this just sounds like a little quiet mouse. What if I did ASMR? No, that's so not a vibe. That's so not a vibe, and I'm done. Just automatically done. Like, I say I'm done, but then I keep doing it, and I don't know why I keep doing it. So I'm just gonna sit back and keep talking. I can talk about why I'm no, I don't want to do that. I just realized that today I got Chick-fil-A. Okay, so for those of you who didn't watch the previous video, which was like a normal length, which was like a long but like normal length, like 20 minutes, I talked about my love for ranch, specifically Chick-fil-A ranch, and how I won't have access to it while I'm in Costa Rica. Speaking of Costa Rica, I'm going to make a Costa Rica vlog. On Destiny Yellow Triplets tour vlog, which is going to be edited by my best friend, Evie, Mrs. Peaches. Anyways, he's also subscribed to this channel. Love you. Fucking hell, what was I going to say? I was saying how much I love ranch. And I used to love this restaurant called McAllister's, which is very American restaurant. It's a deli, and it serves southern country food, southern comfort food. And I just realized how long it's been since I've been there, and it's purely because it's just a hassle to get to. Like, I can pick it up, like, it's in the same area as the Chick-fil-A I go to, but the one that's in the same area as the Chick-fil-A I go to just tastes like shit. And the good one is just out of the way. So I just go less. And it's been so long since I've gone there, I don't even know if I like the food I get there, which is a French dip with chips and a pink lemonade. I need something to drink. I also need to wipe my nose. But that's not happening because I'm recording. And that just sounds like it would be bad. You know what? I said in one of these videos I'm going to start eating. That is going to be this day. So, let's see how the fuck I'm going to get food from the floor up into my bed. Oh, that was actually pretty easy. Never mind. Speaking of ranch. Chick-fil-A chips. 2 tubs of ranch. Try it. It tastes like their fries. Please tell me. Whoever packed my Chick-fil-A order, I know you're not watching this, but whoever packed my Chick-fil-A order today, I love you. You packed a napkin. Like a lot of napkins. So I'm now going to mute this mic and blow my nose. B-R-fucking-B. I don't know why, but that felt so good. I also did a mask today, a bubble mask, because I was returning at some point, and I don't do face masks that often. I've done I've done them a lot recently because I have a pimple, and I don't get pimples often. Thank fuck my genetics. It's not because I eat well. Ooh. It would have been really funny if that fell over. Also really bad, but really funny as well. It's not because I eat well. It's not because I clean my face often. It's purely because of genetics. And recently I had a breakout, like a single painful pimple right here. And I started panicking and cleaning my face like crazy. And it made my face really red. Do we like ASMR? I like ASMR. I listen to it to go to sleep. Well, to be exact, I listened to an ASMR mic testing video. Which, in my mind, is not as bad as watching like one of those like roleplay ASMRs. But those aren't. The only reason I don't watch those is because those are just like, I can't get in the mindset for that. Like, if you're saying in the video that you're gonna massage my ears, I want you to reach through the screen and physically touch my ears. But don't touch my ears like ever, because that's weird. You know? I hate whenever my skin has a breakout, because like not only does it like break out, but like my entire face, everything gets dry. Like everything just, when I have a breakout, just everything goes wrong. Everything goes dry, especially my nose for some reason. Like I get like flakes of skin on my nose. My lips for some reason have extra layers of skin on them. Not like dead skin on them, but like I can feel they're like soft but thick. Like I don't understand what the fuck's going on. And then I also, on top of that, get sick. Like I've had it's been a week. It's been a week. Like I'm ready for this long weekend. I was telling my friend, I'm gonna call her Peaches, because right now I don't know if she's comfortable with being like known in these videos, even though I've already said her name in this video. Not her birth name, but her nickname. So what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh well. Oh, yeah. I was talking about like fight or flight, and that's not how it came up. We were just talking about like weird shit that we do as kids and sometimes do to this day. We talked about like eating ink, and like it started off very tame, like eating Play-Doh, I think is how it got started, somewhere around there. And it got all the way to like eating the ink out of markers and eating nail varnish. Like it got to that level. It got weird. But somehow I brought up this bad boy. This is my fake taxidermy dog. It looks exactly like my first pet, Belle. But when I first got it, it weighed the same. Like everything was the same. But it's not the dog, because I watched the dog get buried, so I know it's not that dog. And my parents got it for me because I was really sad about that dog's death. Obviously, because I came home to that dog. and died when I was like 13. So, obviously, I would be sad. 13 is an exaggeration. I don't know when it died. Obviously, it didn't permanently scar me. Or it traumatized me, and I can't remember it because it was traumatizing. One of the two. The reason I brought up the dog is because when I was younger, I would sleep with this every night. And I slowly but surely grew to be a body pillow kind of kid. And now I don't sleep with the dog anymore. But before then, my parents, if you're so young that you still think that Santa Claus is real, get the fuck off this video, please. Anyways, moving on. I was getting to the age where I was like, Santa Claus isn't real. Around that age, let's go 5 years prior. My dad, which story am I going to tell first? 3 years prior. We don't need to tell the 5 years prior one. That one's not really important. Not really funny. 3 years prior, my dad came in after a football game. And I was asleep. And he was about to go to bed to tell me to take my medicine. I don't know why this one I didn't go to. I think maybe I had a football game. I had a different football game to go to. Maybe I was like doing color guard that. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. Something was going on that I could not go. But he walks in. And I'm asleep. And he's like, hey, you need to take your meds. You need to take your meds. The way I not only threw this dog, which at the time was 10 pounds. 10 pounds. That's really heavy for someone to throw in their sleep. Every single one of my pillows, which at the time I had a lot because I was like, I don't know. It was 2011. I don't know how old I was. But it was like I had teal walls. I had a Paris-themed room. And I had so many pillows, I was practically drowning in them. I threw every single thing on my bed at him, including my blanket, and then I roundhouse kicked him. In my sleep. All in my sleep, because I woke up and everyone but my brother was mad at me, and I was like, what the fuck did I do? And my dad's like, I don't know. I don't remember what he said, but he just said something really, like, sassy back at me. Go maybe, like, a year or two forward. My dad and my brother both like to scare people. My brother more than my dad. And so my brother and my dad were, like, playing jokes because apparently for some reason my dad got home early that day. My brother apparently was going to scare me once I got to my room, and my dad was in the office, and this is my, like, childhood house. I have a baby house, and then childhood house, which I moved to when I was 4, and then I moved out of that house when I think I was, like, 16? Somewhere around there. I don't know. I was in high school. And so in this house, I'm climbing up the back stairs, and then I go straight, and there's an office, and my dad's hiding like right behind the door in the office. I'm walking past the office, he pops out to scare me, and so I didn't think that my dad was gonna be home, so I just heard a man's voice. My brother at this time has not hit puberty, so I knew it wasn't my brother. So I know my mom's not home. I don't think my dad's home because I have not checked the garage for his car, but I'm pretty sure he's not home because he's never home at this time. And my brother hasn't hit puberty, so his voice is not that deep. So my immediate reaction, and I wasn't thinking through this, I just knew this person does not belong to my family. what the fuck are they doing here? So my immediate reaction was to punch the bitch. So I just go, whoa! And then like literally a second before I would have punched my dad, I realized it's my dad. Or maybe I was slapping him. I don't know. I was about to hit him in some way. And I've done this multiple times. Like, someone scared me and I've almost hit them. And then I realized, or I have hit them and I realized, oh, probably shouldn't have done that. But this one time was just like, I think the first time I realized, oh, maybe you should look before attacking, you know? This was before I got into Taekwondo, by the way. I just always had this is so bad to say, but a natural instinct to attack a bitch if I'm scared. I mean, okay, be honest. If you don't know somebody and they come lunging at you, you're going to do something to defend yourself. And it's either flight, which is run the fuck away, freeze, which is probably somewhere around put your hands up, I guess, or get ready to punch at least, which is fight, which apparently is mine, but I always thought it was freeze because the one time I burnt chocolate chips to the point where it was on fire in a pot. That's a whole story. Let me finish the final. I don't need to do that one. So I was trying, my family wasn't home. It was just, I don't even think my brother was home. The whole family was gone. Still, childhood home. I was like, I'm going to be super sweet and I'm going to make chocolate covered pretzels for my entire family because for some reason I thought I was a cooking master. And that doesn't even sound like a complicated recipe. I just hadn't felt like cooking. So, I put chocolate chips in a metal pot, and I turn on the fire on the stove, and I'm leaving there. And I turn on the TV, and I go back, like, every 2 or 3 minutes, and I see they're not melted, like, whatsoever, and I'm like, okay, maybe 5 minutes. At some point, I forgot about the chocolate chips, because I had been delaying so long, and they caught on fire, and filled the house with smoke, and I was like, why does it smell like smoke? And so I start looking around, and I look behind me, and I'm like, that pot is on fucking fire. So I just stand there for a bit, looking at it, like, what do I do? And then I call my mom, and I'm like, hey, a pot's on fire? I didn't really know what to say, because, like, at that point, I had grabbed the pot and I think at that point, I grabbed the pot and put it out in the sink. But the house was, the entire house was filled with smoke. So I had to call my mom or my dad. I don't know who I called. And I was like, so I think I quite literally said, I set the house on fire. Again, I was in a state of panic, so I do not remember what I said. Can't record for much longer. I just got a notification that my phone's on 10%. So once I get that 5% notification, I think I'm gonna turn off my phone, and charge it for a bit. You know, because logically that makes sense. Also, don't know what time it is. Hoping, praying. If I do my math right, it should be around 8 o'clock, which is nowhere near the time that my family should be home. So, we'd just be sad and scared, so. Because this is, if you don't know how this mic works, I have to plug it into a USB port, which is plugged in which is an adapter which is plugged into my phone. So even if I wanted to charge and record at the same time, I wouldn't be able to. I mean, I obviously have like my mini mic, but even that I have to plug something into my my lightning cable port. Man, having not eaten has really gotten to me. I just really want to chow down on these chips, but then I realized I have to take a long break to chew and swallow. What else could I talk about for the next 5% of my battery? Because why the fuck not? If I'm at 5% and I'm at like a wonky number, like 43, I'm gonna record until I'm like at a 5, because why would I stop at that time? But we are at the time period where it does become a podcast. I'm gonna talk about some podcasts I like. There's a podcast that I want to watch that's like called, it's a single episode of Because It Was On, and it's about the Boy Meets World episode, which is an amazing show. Boy Meets World was so much better than Girl Meets World. I grew up watching Girl Meets World, and I got the entire CD collection of Boy Meets World as a Christmas present, but I didn't watch it in CD form because duh. I have a streaming platform that has Boy Meets World, so I'm gonna watch it on the streaming platform. But I have the entire CD collection somewhere. Or at least a few seasons. It's that podcast talks about the single episode where Sean dresses up as a woman and how the friend group reacts. And I really want to listen to it, but I just don't like, I can't but it's not on YouTube, and I dislike listening to podcasts in the car. I can't explain why, but I just do, because I find that I like miss pieces of it, and then I have to completely read it again, watch it again, or listen to it again in this case, because it's not on fucking YouTube. But I want to listen to it, so one day I'll do it. Maybe I'll download it and listen to it in Costa Rica. So I've always thought I liked a lot of podcasts. I've always like been subscribed to Shits and Gigs, Basement Yard, so many podcasts, but I never listened to them because I realized I have a very short attention span. Like, I can watch a video for maybe 30 minutes and then I'll be like, unless you change the topic one or like 18 times, like a good consistent amount. Like, if you're on one topic for an hour, I'm gone. Like, you've lost me in the first 5 minutes. So podcasts I really like are podcasts like Brain Leak. I loved when they started that app. Sean, fuck, I'm having such a brain fart, brain leak. I'm having such a brain leak. I forgot their names. So have fun. Look for that podcast. And also, it's not technically a podcast, but White Noise. There's a lot others that are from the Dream SMP groups that I really like that are podcasts, but they're like podcast channels, but it has like 3 posts on it. I think Where We'll Sit has one that I really like that has like, it's like 15-minute long podcasts of him just talking, no visuals. One's just about bugs. It's really good, not gonna lie. It's done in the Notes app. It's really good, but you have 3 posts and you never post it again. Oh, it's called Hey and Stuff. That's what the channel is called, that Will Rissa did. And it's really good, and I like it a lot. So that's the other podcast, but it has like 3 posts on it, and he's never posting on it again. So, yeah. Brain leak. Obviously, cut the cameras. Duh. It does take me a whole week, if not more, to get through their podcast because they take so long to get through a topic. So, yeah. As far as white noise, I don't watch that one often or listen to it. But it's good background noise, honestly. They just talk, and so it's really good background noise. For me, if a podcast is like really like sit downy vibes, not just like random topics, like if you start off with like, hey, today we're gonna talk about blah blah blah, I'm not gonna watch it. Like, no, just no. If you're not just a bunch of people with ADHD talking to a mic, I'm not gonna watch it. And honestly, I think that's what my favorite YouTubers are. Just a bunch of people with ADHD that got handed a camera and a mic and know how to edit. And some of them don't even know how to edit. I need to wipe my notes again, but I don't feel like doing it because I know that I don't have very long left to record. So logically, can I wait is the question. How long can I wait, and how long does 5% take? And will it notify me if I have 5% left, or will my phone just die on me? And I have a question. Is it asthma? I know I have asthma, but is it just the fact that I have asthma, or is it like a serious problem that I physically, when I'm just like talking and eating at the same time, I get physically out of breath? Like, to the point, like, right now, I'm kind of lightheaded. Like, not even joking, I feel lightheaded. Like, I get it. I'm not giving my body a break to breathe. But, like, fucking, I don't know, osmosis and some shit. Suffering through it. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe me not giving my body a chance to breathe and just whenever I feel like motivated, just doing shit, is the reason my body, whenever I feel motivated, just constantly hurts. Like, not motivated, that's the wrong term. But when I feel like, I guess anxious because I'm doing a lot of stuff, just constantly hurts. Because this week, I've been doing Costa Rica paperwork. / like getting ready for Costa Rica. I've been getting on calls with my friend every day. I don't know why I have to mention this, but for me, eating and doing basic hygiene shit is a chore. And going to work. And I've been doing all this shit, and it's felt like a lot. And in the end, I just was like, okay, And then by Wednesday, I was just like, I physically cannot get my body to, like, de-tense and relax. Like, everything hurts because it's so tense. And I can't breathe, not only because my nose is clogged, but also because my body just won't let it breathe. It got to the point that on Friday, not only was I wearing Crocs, because, like, let me explain my logic of, like, how I slowly become more comfortable over the week. Monday, I start off in my scrubs and my tennis shoes and a t-shirt because that's our uniform. Ish. By Wednesday, I'm wearing socks and Crocs. On a bad week, by Friday, I'm done with the sports bra. I'm done with the binder. I am now wearing the kind of bras I'm wearing right now is a soft training bra. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you see my boobs. I'm being comfortable. You're lucky I'm wearing a bra. And the soft training bras, I've had them since my mom said I needed to wear a bra. And those, like, hook things in the back are so fucked up. I'm surprised they still hook. Last month, this is a totally different topic. Last month, I ran out of Monster like 2 weeks before I was going to get another shipment of it because I subscribed to Monster on Amazon because I drink it that much. I drink it every day, like one a day at least. And so I ordered an extra because I was like, I'm not going to go to a convenience store and buy like 80 Mango Loco Monsters because that's the one I drink. So I bought her an extra case. And so it got delivered and I had a whole case sitting there. Like half a case sitting there. And so I had to get through it. And I just have slowly drinking Monsters at work less because I just have been high on the fact that I'm working. I don't know how to explain that. But like, just, I get hyped up on the fact that I have to do shit. You know? I don't know how to explain it. So I just had leftovers. And so, my one for this month got delivered. And I had a whole box left. Like, I opened the box. And I had that box still sitting unopened. And I'm still on the same box I'm on now. I have a full box down there. And I've gotten a notification that if I want to change the date for my delivery, I need to do it now. Or technically yesterday. Or it's going to get delivered at the same time. It always does. So, I will now have 3 cases of Mango Loco Monsters for me to have to slowly get through. And I think I might have to cancel my subscription while I'm at Costa Rica. Because that's just so much Monster that I cannot handle it. Like, I love the thing. I love Monster. Love it to my core. I am not going to find a way to get through 2 cases of it magically. You know? Because that's just impossible. Alright, I think when it hits the hour, I'm going to turn this off, you know? Because I'm starting to get the feeling that it's not going to notify me when it's at 5%. I need something to wash that down with. Finally, like, step back and semi-relax because my hips hurt. I think I'm going to talk about my perfumes because I don't wear perfume, like, at all. But do I still fucking buy them? Yes, I think 2018, I bought a bottle of... Ooh, that was a good breath. Oh my god. I think 2018 or 2020, somewhere around there, I bought a bottle of Old Navy Ember Cologne. And that's my most used bottle of perfume, cologne, fragrance. But beyond that, I have like Chanel No. 5 that I got given. I got some vanilla one. I've got a roll-on of black opium. I got the House of 8 thing. I got like 2 other ones, like 3 other bottles underneath my sink from when I shopped at Bath and Body Works. Why do I buy perfume when I know I'm not going to use it? Like, I use it when I go somewhere fancy. Like, if I go on a cruise, you damn straight know I'm going to use it every single day I'm on that cruise. I'm going to spray it on my body 18 times because every time I get in that pool, I'm spraying it on again. But, like, logically, like, my thought process is, do I need to smell good to go work at what's basically a daycare? Like, advanced kid daycare? No. I need to smell decent? Yes. I need to put on deodorant. I need to put on clean clothes. I need to put on, a fresh bodysuit, if that makes sense. I need to smell fresh. But I do not need to smell like a fragrance. I need to smell like a human. But if it's any consultation, if this makes anybody feel, if anybody's like, I wear perfume every day, and but I don't know if someone's gonna get mad at me for not wearing fragrance. I was a kid that smelled bad in school, and it was purely because I did not like to shower, and I still don't like to shower. And I did not like wearing deodorant because I was not using a good deodorant. So I just went through high school not using deodorant, not showering for months at a time, and wearing the same clothes back to back. So I was that kid that smelled bad, but found a way to try it and make myself look hot. I don't know what I thought I was doing. But in the photos, I look adorable. But I know I smell bad because I got told by even my grandma I smell bad. So that's how you know you smell bad when your grandma says you smell bad. You need at least deodorant. Because I know how, like, shitty showers can be. And before any fucking neurotypicals get in my comments and be like, showers are so fun. What do you mean? They're wet, and when you get out of them, you're cold and exposed, and they're a nightmare, and towels suck. So, don't with me. I need to end on, like, a semi-normal topic, because I don't know why, but for some reason, in my brain, people skip to the end of a video. Maybe it's because I do that. Probably because I do that. So let's end on a normal topic. Or I could just talk about the fact that I did a podcast because I was afraid that I would get murdered and ended up ending it purely because I thought that my phone would die. We could talk about that for a minute. Skip being normal. What do you think would happen? Like, how would you want to be murdered? I want that to be the comments. If there are comments. If you were to get murdered, how do you want to get murdered? I want to be thrown off a cliff. Alright. Outro time. So, I did a podcast purely because I was scared. That's it. That's the reason. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do the whole thing. You know what. I'm tired, and I really don't want to get murdered. If I don't post next week, it's because I'm dead. Bye, bitch.